Yes, welcome to another video. I'm Lewis, above me is Jordan, and this is it, guys. This is the preview of the PSG game, second leg. This is the one where it matters. This is the one where it all counts. City will either be going through to the final of the Champions League this evening, or we'll be going home and have nothing left to play for this season. So it's a season-defining game, bro, because literally our season can be over after today, other than like the Premier League, which is all but won. Or we could be going to Istanbul, so it's absolutely huge. City,
scary times, bro.
It is scary. See, obviously take that 2-1 lead into it, 2 away goals. It's good. We're going to get into all the discussion. Before we do, guys, let's set a like target. I'm going to go big again. I'm going to go 1,500 likes. So make sure you smash the thumbs up button if you do enjoy the video. If you're one of the guys who's on the notification gang, we're looking at you, innit? Get us off to a good start. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Quite a lot of you watch the videos and not subscribed in it, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell. We'll be going live tonight, doing a live watch along, so come and join us. I want to take this time as well to tell you about the sponsor of today's video. These guys help us make it all happen. It's guys at Manscaped. Now, Manscaped got a couple products, guys, as I've told you before. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to tell you right now. So basically, if you've got a bush down below and it's been a hard lockdown, I get it, you know, people let themselves go and now have like a florist down below the waist. Now, let me tell you, that is not the way to go, guys. Manscaped have got this. What is it, you ask? I hear you ask. It's a lawnmower. It's a lawnmower 3.0. Basically, it's actually so good. It's so smooth, bray. Just like your balls will be, guys. If you get yourself one of these, it's got a torch on it. It's wireless. You can use it in the shower if you want to. If you want to use it in the shower, you know you can do. The charge lasts for ages. We've still not charged it. It's got out of the box. I've never charged it once. It's completely sick. You don't want to be using scissors. These are dangerous. This is a weapon. Should not be used anywhere near your balls, lads. And another thing they've got is this. It's the weed whacker. Put it up your nose. You know what I mean? If you got your hairy nose, press the button, give it a little swirl, and there you go. You'll be smooth up there as well. Now, if you want to get a discount, you can do. Go to manscaped.com. Use code EXTRA, that's XTRA, and you'll get 20% off, and you'll also get free shipping, which is crucial. That's extra, code EXTRA, XTRA, manscaped.com. Thank you very much, Manscaped, for sponsoring this video, which is going to be a massive one. Let's get into it. First of all, in terms of the team, one change that I do think that Pep needs to make for this game is Cancelo out, Zinchenko in. I thought Cancelo now has had a rough month or so now. He's not been, I don't know what's happened to him. But I thought Zinchenko has been great all season. I thought he'd come on, had a good 35 minutes against PSG. I think he should play, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this is common. I think a lot of City fans are in this boat, seeing Zinchenko come on. I think it made the team feel a lot better. I know people will say the second half we did play better as a whole anyway, but people. The other side of it is the fact that yes, Cancelo had a bad 45 minutes. Do you know what I mean? He didn't look as confident as what I wanted. But people say that Zinchenko didn't have a good first half against Dortmund, so people are like liking him too. However, I just think Zinchenko didn't have a good first half. Yeah, I just think Zinchenko is more consistent for me at the moment. He's guaranteed to get you a 7, 8 out of 10. It just happens every single time he plays, and I want consistency. I don't want to be sweating about the left back position. And I think if we play Cancelo, I think there's a lot of pressure on him there to do bits, and I think he will feel under pressure. I can't. In my head, I was going to try and make a case for Cancelo starting at left back in it and seeing how it could go, but I can't. In my head, I just want Zinchenko left back. He keeps us nice and strong at the back, and I think that Diaz doesn't have to worry about Zinchenko bombing forward and having to cover that left hand side.
That's very true.
Do you know what I mean? Zinchenko's going to sit there. He ain't going to overdo it. He's going to sit there, play some nice passes and stuff, and I think that is the way to go in this game.
Yeah, because you got to remember, guys, we don't need to win the game. Nope. In fact, we can lose the game 1-0 and still go through. So we've got to be solid, and I think the way to go is just go for a back flat four. Walker, Diaz, Stones, or Laporte, whoever you want to pick, and Zinchenko, and just have a flat back four, all defenders, all knowing what they're doing, have some protection in front of them. You know, Cancelo is not a defending left back, or he's not even a left back, but he's an attacking player. He's naturally attacking. We don't want that in this game. We don't need to attack. I mean, we kind of come to the conclusion on the stick or twist video that we did yesterday that it is important to obviously play our normal game and try and go for the win, but you got to also bear in mind that we don't actually need to win. So whilst we want to try and win the game, we don't want to overdo it, you know what I mean? And Cancelo sometimes can just be caught a little bit because he's such an attacking player. That's nothing bad. That's just the way he is. But you got to utilise him in the right games. I don't think this is the correct game from him. I think this is a game where your defenders, you just ask them to defend, do the normal stuff, and then put the pressure on the attacking players to get you goals. You don't need to be putting pressure on your fullbacks in a game like this to try and create you a goal. I just think that's the wrong way of going about it. In addition to that, I think Zinchenko should probably play because I think he deserves the opportunity to play. Dortmund was a huge game, of course it was, but this is like top level now. And I want to see him play. I think he deserves the opportunity. He's been loyal to the football club. He's been really good for us over the years. And I think, honestly, himself, he deserves this opportunity. It's a massive occasion. It's a game where they'll never forget this game because it's so big. And I honestly just believe that he deserves to play. He just deserves it.
Yeah, I agree, Bob. He's done too much football club recently to not play. Moving on from Cancelo Zinchenko, that is one position that we can look at in it. But then if you look at the whole team, I think what a lot of people are saying is that Cancelo Zinchenko is the only change they'd make. Do you think there's a case for anyone else in the team to start?
There are a few. So if we stick with the defence for a second, I think Diaz is obviously a shoo-in. I think Laporte is probably the next player that you'd look at, maybe for John Stones. Me personally, I would stick with John Stones. However,
I do think seeing John Stones in the conference thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I do think he will play. However, it is a place that could.
It is a potential swap that no one's going to lose the marbles at if he does change it. But yeah, so Laporte is a potential option who could play. It's basically I'm trying to say if he plays, you wouldn't be like, oh my god, Laporte's playing. It's just like it's a thing that could happen. I think the centre mid position, Rodri versus Fernandinho, is absolutely huge. Now, we just finished our folding show and we had a bit of a discussion about who should play centre defensive mid. And quite honestly, the conclusion is I still don't really know. Because they both bring you something different. Fernandinho brings you that experience, and at some point during the game we're going to go through a rough patch and it'd be good to have his experience. But then we remind ourselves that in the last 6-7 years or whatever it's been, we've crumbled a lot in the Champions League, and he's played a lot of them. So, how much effect does he really have in these big games? I still think he has a big impact, but you can't deny the fact that even with him in the team over the last, I think he's been at the club 8 years now, 9 years, that we've still not got very far, and he's obviously been playing, so he's been a factor of that. Rodri gives you a little bit more composure on the ball, I believe, and a little bit more like sideways passing, which some people don't like, but in a game like this, it's actually very, very good. However, he's a bit less experienced, of course. In the first leg, in the first half especially, there were a few moments where it was really bad. You know what I mean? I think there was one, he was like 30 yards out and he got robbed on that. He can't do that. But you'd like to think he would have learned from that first leg experience. Yeah. You've also got the fact that Rodri is going to be our long-term centre midfielder, so at some point you're going to have to play him in these huge games. He played in the first leg, had a mixed game, but you'd like to think he should improve from that. And I think, a bit like Zinchenko, I kind of want to see Rodri play because I need to know whether or not he has learned from his sort of first leg wobble, which we should sort of put into context. It wasn't like a shocker, all right? Like the first half, he was a little bit, but then the whole team was a little bit like.
There's a few misplaced passes and a bit like unaware of his surroundings a little bit, but it was no like. And it didn't cost us a goal, didn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that position centre mid. So centre back, left back, centre mid, and I think honestly the other position is the striker because. Weirdly, right? Obviously, we've been playing false nine all season, been working quite well. Jesus has not really been doing it for me personally. However, I thought Jesus had a really good game against Crystal Palace. I think it's one of the best he's played for a long time. And then Sergio Aguero pops up, not only gets himself a fantastic goal, but I thought he looked match sharp. I thought he was flying about the pitch. I thought he looked turning. He was agile, looked really good. So I think he's got a tricky situation there in terms of the decision. Does he go for the false nine, which would just be obviously Bernardo or Kevin, whoever it'll be, or does he go Jesus, who's played most of the season when he has played a striker, not played particularly great of late, but then in the last game showing real signs of promise? Or does he play Aguero, who's hardly played any minutes all season, but the last game that he played, he looked really good, got himself a brilliant goal, which you summed it up perfectly on the phone-in show, is that no one else in that team would have scored that goal, and we could be in a situation tonight where we're like we're going to get a small chance, and if Sergio Aguero gets the chance, it could be the difference between a goal and not a goal. So they're the positions. So yeah, left back, centre mid, and striker. I think they're the four positions. I think the other positions are nailed on. yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, I agree, obviously. And I think they're the only positions where you can really get a look in. In my head, I do think Pep will go with the same lineup. I hope he just does switch up the Zinchenko-Cancelo situation. However, seeing Aguero score that goal, this is what's that threw the spanner in the works for me. Because seeing Aguero score that goal, and you look at the team and go, no one else can score them. No one can score them. It was actually watching a striker finish like a striker, and then it kind of gave me a moment of, I realise what this team is missing now. We don't score them goals, and it's because we don't have anyone to score them goals. And Aguero pops up and scores one, and it's a screamer. No one else can finish that, and he does. But my head says, maybe play it smart. We don't need to go. We don't need to go score goals, so we don't really need Aguero on the pitch yet, unless things go wrong. So I'd be looking at maybe bringing him on in the second half if you need a goal.
Absolutely.
That'd be my kind of working of it. I think the team that played the first leg was solid. It was a very, very good game for City. Yes, the first half we wobbled a bit, but we still went in 0-0. They still battled through PSG's greatest part of the game and still didn't concede. So, I mean, it went for it well. We did actually concede. Jesus. Yeah, 1-0. But still,
sorry to say that, bro.
I know, you ruined my life, innit? But still, bro, 1-0, we still go through, innit? So,
yeah. No,
I'll take the 1-0.
I'm really looking forward to it, you know. I'm not really feeling the nerves right now, but I think like 30 minutes, 20 minutes, as soon as we go live, I think on the live watch along, which we're doing, obviously, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. I think as soon as we go live and I start seeing the chat, and the chat are talking about the team lineup, and I'm hearing it and I'm seeing it with my own eyes, that's the moment that I'm gonna go. It'll go.
It'll kick in, innit? And you'll see it happen. See, I'm always the opposite. Lou's always zen and chill these times, innit? I ain't that, and I get nervous the night before, the day before. So I pretty much feel sick now, innit? So I'm bricking it for this, but you know what I mean? It's part and parcel of being a City fan. It's part of getting to these later stages of football matches. Nerves will come, and then that's why the goals feel all that bit better, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Indeed. Yeah, guys, let us know how you're feeling in the comment section below. Maybe it'll help me, you know. Maybe
no, it won't. It won't, bro.
Nah.
Nope.
Right, before we get into the team lineup, just a quick reminder about the sponsor, Manscaped. Go pick up yourself the lawnmower or the weed whacker if you've got a hairy nose. Use code EXTRA, XTRA at manscaped.com. You get yourself 20% off and free shipping. Right, this is our team lineup. For the semi-final second leg of the Champions League, we currently have a 2-1 goal advantage with 2 away goals, which is obviously crucial. Right, this is the team that we've gone for. Ederson in goal, Walker, Stones and Diaz, with Zinchenko obviously at left back, as we've spoken. About Bray.
Midfield wise, Rodri we've gone with over Fernandinho. Keep him in the team, you know what I mean? Let's see if he can do it. Let's see if he can step up in these big games and perform, innit? Mm-hmm. And then we've got Gundogan and Bernardo completing that midfield. Energy gang in that midfield.
We've gone Bernardo as the midfielder rather than the false 9. And again, it's just for a little bit more energy. And the fact that, again, people are saying that Gundo and Kev don't really work together, well, that solves everything. You're getting more energy in the middle of the pitch because Bernardo's a little bit quicker and he runs a bit more than Kev. And obviously, you're getting rid of that Gundogan and Kev link, so Kev plays as a striker. And I also think that Kevin is probably the better finisher out of him and Bernardo. So I just think it works all round. Mahrez on the right, of course. Foden on the left, of course. And then obviously, Kevin is up top. However,
false 9 season.
We say it all the time, it's going to be fluid, guys. You know, players will be getting about, doing their own thing. So it's going to be a big one, guys. It's going to be a big one. This could be it. Could be the last game in the Champions League for City in the 2020-2021 season. We'll have to wait and see. Or we could be going to Istanbul. It's going to be a mad one. Hopefully you guys can join us for the live watch along. I'm absolutely buzzing for it. The nerves haven't set in yet, as I say. It'll probably set in just before kick-off or when we start live streaming, I don't know. But hopefully you can join us. It's going to be a mad one. It's going to be a special occasion, guys. So yeah, make sure you set your alarm clocks. Some of you have to wake up early. It's not nice, but you got to do it. That's the life of a City fan. Smash the like button, guys. We're going for 1,500 likes. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Trying to get to 30k. And we'll see you in the next one. See you in a bit.